the Johannesburg High Court will continue to hear heart-wrenching details of Tshegofatso Pule's final moments from her killer, Muzikayise Malephane. Yesterday, the convicted murderer explained that he had been told to make the incident look like a suicide, but he shot her because he did not have the guts to hang her alive. Malephane has turned state witness against Pule's boyfriend, Ntuthuko Shoba, who allegedly orchestrated the murder. For more on this, we're joined by our reporter, Mnisi. Linda, very good morning to you. We continue to hear the most shocking revelations around this matter. What's expected to happen today?
Well, indeed, Paul, the cross-examination by the defense will continue this morning here at the High Court in Johannesburg. As you've just rightfully mentioned, yesterday we heard some details around Tshegofatso Pule's final moments, and quite interestingly, the issue around her being shot instead of the initial plan, which Muzikayise Malephane said would be that of a staged suicide. So what would then happen was that they would upload a suicide note on her WhatsApp and then continue to hang her at a bridge, a Maritzburg bridge, rather. That's what we heard here in court. I believe it's in Roodepoort, but that is yet to be confirmed in this particular court. So, of course, he goes on then to detail what exactly happened on that particular night. But it's also quite interesting when you look at the weapon that was used, because he says that was not even part of the plan, but he ended up going and shooting her, then later hanging her. So it would seem that he later stuck to the script. But the one thing that then has a big question to it is why she had a gunshot wound. And he says, well, he just didn't have the guts to hang her alive. You remember, Tshegofatso was 8 months pregnant at the time of her passing. Another interesting element here is us having gotten insights perhaps into how he may have been nabbed for this crime. All along, it would seem that Muzikayise thought that he was sold by Shoba to the police when he handed over that CCTV footage that shows his car arriving to pick up Tshegofatso Pule. But we heard from the defense yesterday saying that in fact he was nabbed through his license plate, rather, and he indicates that in fact he had a fake license plate, but he does not know if it came off during the time when he was driving around looking for the place to hang Tshegofatso. It would seem, not far from Main Reef Road, Albertina Sisulu Road, that's where, the cameras picked him up.
And as far as these details emerging, what reaction have we received from the family? Because we know that last year you were with them as they went to the very place where Tshegofatso Pule's body was found, as they mourned and sang.
You'll remember, Mpho, that one of the things that they always wanted was the answers around how and why. And some of the insights that we got, specifically around the question of why Muzikayise. He says Shoba approached him looking for someone who would execute this particular crime. He told him that, in fact, he had gone to Roodepoort taxi rank and they wouldn't help him. And he trusted him to be able to find him a person. But he later says that he then took the job because they also spoke about the negotiations, how much he would be paid for this. And when I spoke to the uncle, Dumisankatak, who is the uncle of Tshegofatso Pule, he does indicate that this confirms somewhat some of the suspicions that they had as a family. But of course, they wait to hear more and more details. I mean, the latest that we've heard was how, he decided on where exactly to hang her. And he says after driving around for quite some time, he decided, look, I can't find a place and I'm just going to hang her there at Durban Deep.
Now, as we continue, of course, to bring you the latest coming out of this court matter throughout the course of this morning.